Hello again and welcome back to our course on Access 2019. In the preceding sections we started taking a look at how we can create forms. And in this module we're going to continue looking at the form we made for maintaining the list of countries in the Esprit de Tour database. Now I've returned the size of the country field to its former size of 11 points, and I'm going to jump back into Design View. And what I want to do is I want to look at the form properties. So I'm going to select that from the list. And in the form properties property sheet, you'll see that one of the properties we have is default view. And currently it says continuous forms. Now I'm actually going to change this to single form. And I'm going to return to form view. Now in form view, I no longer have that continuous view with all of the fields in the form. Now in single view, each record occupies one form. And you can see that I have navigation buttons at the bottom. So currently it says I'm on record 1 of 16, which is Antarctica. And I can use my arrows to go to the next record, which is Argentina. And I can scroll through my records that way. I can also jump all the way to the end to Zimbabwe, and I can also jump back to the beginning of Antarctica. I could also, if I wanted to, add a new blank record from here as well. Now in single form view we can do all of the normal functions. So if I wanted to go in and make any changes to this record, I can click in the country field where it says Antarctica and make the relevant changes. There's nothing different about this. If I wanted to delete the record, I could select the record, and you'll note that the highlight runs all the way down the page, and I could go up to my home ribbon and select delete record in the same way, or alternatively I could press the delete key on my keyboard. So the point I'm trying to get across here is that single form view works pretty much the same. You can view, you can insert, you can modify, and you can delete records. Some other things that you can do is, supposing I wanted to filter. I can go up to my filter button. I could go down to my text filters, and I might want to say I want to see all the records that begin with C, and click on OK. And you can see now that I have 4 records, the first one being Canada, and I can scroll through. We have Costa Rica, Croatia, and Cuba. And you can now see that I have that filtered indicator in the bottom bar. So if I wanted to remove the filter, I can just click it and my list is now again unfiltered. I can also search for records. So you can see I have a search field down here. So if I wanted to search, for example, for Africa, you can see it's taken me straight to the first record where it finds that word. So in terms of finding my way around, I can use those controls on the Home tab when I'm in continuous form view or single form view. Now one thing I want to point out to you is just going back to this views group at the top here. You can see currently I have 3 options: form view, which is the one that I'm currently in, layout view, and design view. And obviously I can switch between these views just by selecting them, and we are going to focus a little bit more on layout view in the next few modules. Now I'm just going to jump back into design view, and we're going to continue taking a look at this property sheet over on the right hand side. Now this option here, allow datasheet view, is currently set to no. Now I'm actually going to change this to yes. So basically what we're saying here is that we're going to allow users to also work in datasheet view. Now that I've changed that, if I click back on that view button, you'll see that I now have a 4th option in there which will allow me to switch to datasheet view. Now bear in mind that data might be selected from a number of tables, which is one of the reasons it's not the same as datasheet view for a table. It's the data that's selected for this form which may be selected from a number of different tables. And it also may be sorted in a specific way, as it is here where we've specified the sort order as country. So hopefully that gives you a good idea as to how to work in single form view and also how to utilize some more of those options. We're going to talk about forms more over the next few sections, but before we do, I'd like you to do exercise 4, where I'm going to get you to create your own form. So please join me for that.
If you're not a subscriber,